Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Balatro, a wild mix of poker and roguelike deck building that's been taking the card game scene by storm. If you love building strategic decks and pulling off insane poker hands, this game is definitely for you. The real twist? The Joker cards. These bad boys are the game changers, letting you bend the rules, multiply your points, and pull off plays that will have your friends questioning reality. Trust me, when you hit those six-figure scores, it feels so good. Now, Balatro features a whopping 150 Joker cards, and they come in all shapes and sizes: common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. But don't let the rarity system fool you. Some of the most powerful Jokers aren't necessarily the rarest. In today's video, we're counting down the absolute best Jokers in the game. These are the ones that will take your deck from meh to masterpiece. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, stick around. We've got some serious gems to uncover. I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The chaos of Balatro, where every Joker feels like a gamble, and Chicot? Well, Chicot is the wild card of wild cards. Let me paint you a picture. You're cruising through early antes, your deck is untouchable, bosses are dropping like flies, and then BAM! Boss blind hits. Suddenly, your perfect strategy crumbles because that one boss has an effect tailor-made to ruin your day. Enter Chicot, the legendary Joker who steps in like a hero from an old western, tipping his hat and saying, "Not today, boss." Chicot's ability is simple but game-changing. He disables the effect of every boss blind. That means no matter what sneaky little curveball the game throws your way, Chicot ensures it's a swing and a miss. When you're up against a boss that would otherwise stomp your deck into the dirt, Chicot becomes a literal lifesaver. Those moments make him feel like one of the most valuable Jokers in the game. It's like having an ace up your sleeve in a poker game where the stakes are your sanity. But, and this is a big but, Chicot's value is highly situational. If you're not facing a boss blind that counters your deck, he's just kind of there. Like that one friend who's amazing in a crisis but doesn't bring snacks to movie night. That's why Chicot lands at the bottom of this list. He's not bad, far from it, but his usefulness is entirely dependent on whether the game decides to bless or curse your run. Still, when that curse hits, you'll be thanking the Joker gods you brought Chicot along for the ride. You know that feeling when you pull off an insane combo and the stars just seem to align? Yeah, that's the magic of Bloodstone, one of the standout Jokers in Balatro. This bad boy gives a 1 in 3 chance for any heart card you play to double its score. Sounds amazing, right? Well, hold your applause, it's not always that simple. Crafting a deck centered around hearts is doable, especially if you've snagged a checkered deck, but unless you're fully committed to the heart life, Bloodstone can feel more like a gamble than a game changer. Now, let's talk synergy, because, oops, all sixes Joker is basically Bloodstone's ride or die. By flooding your hand with sixes, you increase the odds of triggering Bloodstone's effect, and trust me, when it hits, it hits. Imagine playing a heart flush and watching your score shoot through the roof. It's mid-game boss annihilation, guaranteed. But here's the catch. Even with the perfect setup, you're still rolling dice with that 1 in 3 chance. It's not a guaranteed win button, but oh man, when it works, it feels like you just hacked the game. So is Bloodstone the best Joker? Not necessarily, but it's definitely one of the most satisfying to use. If you're a risk taker who thrives on that what-if adrenaline, then Bloodstone is your card. But if you're not ready to build your whole strategy around hearts, you might want to let this one pass you by. Either way, it's a card that makes Balatro's late game feel like a high-stakes poker match. And isn't that what we're all here for? Oh, you know that feeling when you're stacking up cash and just vibing through a Balatro run? That's exactly what Rocket delivers. This uncommon Joker might not scream flashy, but let me tell you, it's an absolute money-making machine if you play it right. Every round, Rocket earns you a solid $1. But here's the kicker. Defeat a boss blind and that earning jumps by $2. By the time you're on your 3rd or 4th boss, you're rolling in cash like you're starring in a Balatro heist movie. What makes Rocket so special is its consistency. Unlike some other economy Jokers, there's no randomness or funky conditions holding you back. Take reserve parking, for example. It only triggers if you're holding face cards, and even then, it's not guaranteed. Or to the moon, which depends on your interest, and let's be real, who's got the patience to set that up perfectly? Rocket keeps things simple and straightforward. Beat bosses, get paid, no strings attached. If you snag Rocket early in your run, it's like planting a money tree and watching it grow with every boss you crush. By the later stages, you'll be swimming in cash, upgrading your cards, and laughing your way to victory. So, if you see Rocket pop up in your draft, don't think twice. Grab it, stack those dollars, and let the economy joker carry you to glory. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. Alright, let's talk about Yorick, the legendary joker that feels like a high-risk, high-reward gamble. But oh, what a payoff it is. Picture this, you're midway through your run, your deck's looking decent, but then you draw Yorick. At first you think, 23 discards? Seriously? But trust me, if you can pull it off, you're in for a game-changing surprise. This card isn't just a joker, it's practically a cheat code once its effect kicks in. Here's the deal, Yorick unlocks a jaw-dropping X5 multiplier, but only after you've discarded 23 times. Sounds like a lot, right? And it is. But if you snag this bad boy early, you've got plenty of time to build around it. You'll find yourself discarding left and right, sacrificing weaker cards just to hit that sweet, sweet threshold. On the flip side, if Yorick shows up late in your run, yeah, not ideal. That's when it feels less like a jackpot and more like a cruel joke. But let's say you do unlock it. Oh boy. That massive multiplier will bulldoze through boss blinds like they're not even there. Seriously, with Yorick in play, even a so-so deck can feel unstoppable. It's the kind of joker that doesn't just help you win, it makes you feel like you're breaking the game. And for that reason alone, Yorick easily earns its spot among the best jokers in Balatro. Alright, here's a joker you're gonna love. Hiker. This little gem is like the gift that keeps on giving, permanently boosting every card you play with a juicy +4 chips when scored. I mean, who doesn't love a card that works overtime? If you grab Hiker early, you're setting yourself up for some serious chip scaling goodness. As an uncommon joker, it's not too hard to get your hands on, and trust me, the payoff is well worth that slot in your deck. What makes Hiker so awesome is how it frees you up to focus on other things. Multipliers, economy cards, you name it. It's the kind of joker that's basically saying, don't worry about chips, I've got this. And the best part? The chip bonuses it grants are permanent for the whole run. Even if you decide to sell Hiker later, your cards keep their shiny new buffs. It's like having a supportive teammate who builds you up and says, alright, I've done my job, go win this thing. Now, here's the pro tip. Hiker really shines in smaller decks like the Abandoned deck, where individual cards can rack up those chip bonuses more often. With a compact deck, you'll see those +4 chips add up faster than you can say, easy win. Seriously, Hiker is one of those jokers that does all the heavy lifting for your chip strategy. You'll be cruising through rounds while the competition scrambles to catch up. Alright, let me hit you with a wild card that'll change your entire run. Supernova. This little gem isn't just another joker card. It's the secret sauce to turbocharging your mult. What's wild about Supernova is that it doesn't care if you find it early or mid-run. It's a winner every single time. It's like that one friend who's always ready to hype you up, no matter where you are in life. Here's how it works. Supernova stacks its mult bonus based on how many times you've played the same hand type. So, if you're rocking a build that spams the same hand over and over, whether it's pairs, flushes, or straights, Supernova turns into your MVP. Every repeat performance becomes a power move, stacking mult higher and higher. It's consistent, reliable, and honestly, a little broken in the best way possible. The best part? Supernova is flexible. It doesn't box you into one specific playstyle. It plays nice with nearly every strategy. Whether you're chasing big hands or sticking to the basics, this card scales like a dream. So next time you see it pop up in the shop, don't overthink it. Grab it. Trust me, your future self, stacked with mult and winning rounds, will thank you. Alright, picture this. You're staring at your deck in Balatro, trying to make that perfect flush combo, but your suits just aren't aligning. Enter the Smeared Joker, the wild card you didn't know you needed. This little gem doesn't just change the game, it rewrites the rules. Hearts and diamonds, same suit. Spades and clubs, same suit. Suddenly, you're running a flush deck that feels like it's been turbocharged with creativity juice. What makes the Smeared Joker so exciting isn't just how it simplifies flush building, it's how it opens up entirely new strategies. You can now take advantage of other powerful jokers that react to suits, like the legendary Bloodstone Joker, without worrying about being locked into one specific suit. It's like turning your deck into a playground of possibilities. Flushes? Easy. Combo plays? Even easier. Got a struggling deck? This joker might be the glue you need to hold it all together. And honestly, the versatility is where the Smeared Joker really shines. Whether you're an experienced Balatro player or just figuring out your strategy, this card gives you the freedom to experiment without feeling like you're taking a gamble. It's not just about building flushes, it's about creating combos that feel clever, satisfying, and devastating to your opponents. If you get the chance to snag one for your deck, don't think twice. It's pure utility gold. Oh, you're not ready for how good the Baron is? Picture this, you're midway through a Balatro run, and suddenly you pull this gem of a rare Joker. The Baron doesn't just boost your score, it multiplies it for every king sitting pretty in your hand. Yeah, kings, the card we all kinda ignore unless it's part of a royal flush dream. Now they're your best friends. The Baron's here to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about strategy. Here's the secret sauce. With the Baron in your corner, your whole deck pivots to a collect but don't play mentality. You want kings, lots of kings, but you don't want to be tossing them onto the table willy-nilly. Nope. Keep those majestic cards tucked safely in your hand, and instead, play other hands to maximize your scoring rounds. The more kings you hoard, the higher that sweet X 1.5 multiplier stacks. Trust me, when it all comes together, it's chef's kiss perfection. The real beauty of the Baron is how it flips the script. Suddenly, cards you'd usually pass on become crucial, and every choice matters. Got an early Baron in your run? You're golden. Just start scooping up every king like your life depends on it. And even if it shows up later, it's still a game changer. The Baron isn't just situational, it's a jackpot waiting to happen. So if you spot it, don't hesitate. Build that king-heavy deck and prepare to watch your scores skyrocket. You know what's wild? Turning annoying roadblocks into pure power. That's exactly what Throwback does. It's not just any Joker, it's the rebellious underdog of Balatro. This uncommon beast gives you a X 0.25 mult for every blind you skip, and let me tell you, skipping blinds isn't for the faint of heart. It's a bold move because you're basically locking yourself out of the shop until you face a blind later. But hey, fortune favors the brave, right? If you play it smart, Throwback rewards you big time. Here's where things get spicy. Throwback really shines once you hit red stake difficulty. At that point, small blinds aren't exactly printing money, so skipping them feels less like a risk and more like a strategy. And with Throwback, skipping those blinds doesn't just keep you moving forward. It's like hitting the gym every time you dodge one. Your mult stacks, your power grows, and suddenly, those pesky blinds are your secret weapon for domination. Who knew skipping could be so satisfying? Now, the key to making this Joker pop off is nailing your early game. If you land a few strong Jokers early, maybe something with consistent scaling or solid synergy, you'll have the freedom to skip blinds without breaking a sweat. Throwback turns your momentum into exponential growth, and by the time your opponents realize what's happening, you're already miles ahead. It's risky, it's thrilling, and honestly, it's one of the most fun ways to play Balatro. So, the next time you see Throwback, don't sleep on it. Or, maybe skip it, just for irony. Alright, let's talk about one of the most sneaky Jokers in Balatro DNA. This one's got a little twist to it. If you end up with just one card in your hand during the first round of a blind, guess what happens? DNA adds a permanent copy of that card to your deck and even draws it straight into your hand. That's right, it's like you're cloning your cards, and trust me, that's an absolute game changer when you're trying to build a strategy. What makes DNA so versatile is that it scales well in pretty much any deck. You don't even have to plan for it too much. Just play your cards and it'll do the work for you. Every blind becomes an opportunity to duplicate your cards and make your deck even more tailored to your game plan. It's perfect for those who love mixing up their deck and adapting on the fly. But here's the catch. If you're skipping blinds, you're missing out on a ton of chances to duplicate your cards. So if you're rolling with DNA, skipping blinds is not the move. Now, while DNA loves playing with pretty much any other Joker, it doesn't mesh too well with Jokers like Throwback. That one tends to throw a wrench into DNA's duplication plans. But if you focus on a strategy that revolves around one type of suit or card, DNA will absolutely shine. It's best to grab DNA early in the game, but don't worry if you get it later. It'll still provide value and add some extra firepower to your deck, even if it only triggers a couple of times. So, don't sleep on this one. Alright, let's talk about one of the most versatile Jokers in all of Balatro, Blueprint. Now, this Joker doesn't have a flashy effect on its own, but the real magic happens when you start using it to copy other Jokers around it. Imagine being able to double up on powerful effects, like suddenly getting 2 extra cards from DNA instead of just 1. This is where Blueprint shines, its ability to mimic other Jokers and amplify their power. The true strength of Blueprint lies in how you can move it around between your Joker slots. One turn, you could have it doubling a Joker like DNA to boost your card count, and then, on the next turn, you move it to copy Yorick's insane X25 multiplier bonus. It's like having a Joker that's not just a part of your strategy, but one that adapts and improves your gameplay every single time you use it. The flexibility this gives you is insane. It's like playing 3D chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. And that's exactly why Blueprint is considered one of the best in Balatro. It doesn't just follow the rules, it rewrites them. The possibilities are endless. Whether you're optimizing for big multipliers or stacking extra cards, Blueprint is your ultimate wildcard. So, if you're looking to turn the tables and double your advantage, this is the Joker you want on your side. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.